Greetings fans, hyper fans, and people just lost looking for videos of cats on YouTube. I am in a snacking mood, so I thought I would share a super quick recipe for you. Mac and cheese has become something that's on every hipster restaurant's side dishes menu, so I thought I would do my own version today because cooking is like science in the kitchen. So obviously you are going to need some macaroni, milk, cheese sauce powder, and I am going to add to that some cayenne pepper, some basil, and I'm going to have some little silicone cupcake cases. This says that it makes 300 milliliters of sauce, but this particular brand has not been particularly cheesy when I've used it before, so I am just going to use 200 milliliters of milk. Now the recipe says cook the pasta in water, but if you put the pasta and milk together, put that on the hob, you'll find you can actually start thickening the milk with the starch from the pasta. Let's get this over to the hob. Now I've actually got that on quite a high heat to start with, just to get the milk up to temperature. I'm moving it around enough that I don't have to worry about the milk burning to the bottom. Actually, before I go much further, I'm just going to add about half a teaspoon of basil and just a little bit of cayenne pepper. I love using cayenne pepper in anything that's supposed to have cheese in it. It just adds a little bit of hotness. It actually makes the cheese taste more cheesy. Now, as soon as I start to get a couple of bubbles on top of the milk, I'm going to turn that down until the macaroni has swollen up and gone to that nice al dente texture. Okay, so I brought that up to just bubbling and turned the heat right down on it. Cooked it for about 5 or 6 minutes. It really reduced down very quickly, so I added probably about another 50 milliliters of milk to that. If I can get just one of those up, there we go. That's practically there now, so I'm just going to give it maybe about another minute or so on this incredibly low heat, and then I'll start adding the powder. Okay, so that's definitely cooked enough now. I've turned off the heat and that bubbling is just coming from the heat coming from the hot plate and being held in the saucepan. I've opened up my cheese sauce and I'm just going to really lightly sprinkle a top layer all over and then stir that in. Now, if I was to separate this milk off, I'd probably get maybe 100 milliliters of liquid off. So it's going to be about half what they tell you to mix the sauce up with, so hopefully that will come out really nice and cheesy. Shop bought sauces on the whole aren't amazingly cheesy, so doubling up like this I hope is actually going to mean that I get some decent flavour out of it. It smells really artificial, but you know, it's all good. It's all good. At this stage, if it's coming out too thick, you can always add a little bit more milk. And also if it's coming out too thin, if you've got any instant mashed potato powder, that's a really nice thickening agent because it dissolves very quickly. It's very starchy. This, I think, is pretty much where I want it to be. So back over at the worktop, that mix gave me about 6 cupcake cases full, but I'm a little bit worried that they're not going to be quite cheesy enough. So I'm just taking a few slices of cheddar. And just pop in a little on top of each. This will A, make them look a lot nicer when they're baked, and B, obviously make it a little bit more cheesy. So I'm going to put these onto a baking sheet, into a medium oven, and just melt the cheese on top of that. Oh yeah, those look absolutely fantastic. So there we go, very cheap, very simple, and very tasty, if a little bit hot. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up. If you want to see more geeky making stuff, toy reviews, comedy things, whatever I'm putting out on my channel, hit subscribe and we'll at least let you know when stuff's happening. If you've got anything to say about the video, that's what the comment section is for, and if you know anyone who'd like the video, that's why there's share buttons. I probably won't be doing a lot of cookery and geeky making stuff, but if you're interested in that kind of thing, check out my friend Delara's channel, and I'll see you here next time, probably with another toy review.